So I'm reading this amazing book called Art and Fear, and it's by David Bales and Ted Orland. Wonderful book. And in the book, it has a story that I want to share. You may have heard this story, so I'll try and summarize it for you. Basically, at the start of a semester in a pottery class, the teacher tells the students that one half of the class is going to be graded on how many pounds of pots they create. So 50 pounds equals an A, with less of a grade with less pounds. Then the other half of the class is going to be graded on the quality of just one pot alone, okay? At the end of the semester, which half of the class do you think had the best looking pots? It was the half of the class that produced 50 pounds of pots, the people that produced a lot. And here's what the authors of Art and Fear say about it, quote, "It seems that while the quantity group was busily churning out piles of work and learning from their mistakes, the quality group had sat theorizing about perfection, and in the end had little or more to show for their efforts than grandiose theories and a pile of dead clay," end quote. So yeah, a pile of dead clay, right? And then we have Adam Grant in his book Originals. He backs up this wisdom with research that shows that the greatest artists were the most prolific. And he says, quote, "It's wildly assumed that there's a trade-off between quality and quantity, or quantity and quality. If you want to do better work, you have to do less of it. But this turns out to be false. In fact, when it comes to idea generation, quantity is the most predictable path to quality. Original thinkers, Stanford professor Robert Sutton notes, will come up with many ideas that are strange mutations, dead ends, and utter failures. The cost is worthwhile because they also generate a large pool of ideas, especially novel ideas," end quote. Wonderful. Researchers backing up this wisdom. And then I also like Ira Glass. He's the producer of the amazing show, This American Life. And he says, "The most important possible thing you can do is do a lot of work. Do a huge volume of work," end quote. So the point here is not to focus on theory and perfection, okay? If you're noodling that painting, learn from it, move on to the next. Create another one, even better. Be comfortable with the failures and the imperfections that you have in the past, because everything we do, we can learn from. Keyword there is do. It's the doing that results in the learning. Is a painting not working out as well as you thought maybe? Awesome. Learn from it and move on to the next. But learn from it. Or are you theorizing about all the things you're going to create but haven't started anything? Great. But convert those theories into action. Through action, our dreams come to life, and through repetition, we build the mastery.